Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios. Today we're going to talk about 5 lies men are told from a young age. I'm warning you guys, this is going to be a tough one to listen to. It's not easy hearing that you've been lied to your whole life. The following things are lies that everyone tells us from a young age. They used to brainwash us into becoming beta slaves. You've certainly heard at least one of these, though I'm sure most of you have heard all of them. These are insidious beliefs that will ruin any chance you have at long-term happiness. You are one of the lucky ones. You have a chance to escape. Most men are not so lucky. Here we go. Enjoying my content? Check out my blog at heliosblog.com. On YouTube, you can support me by liking and subscribing. I'm also on Spotify if you'd prefer a podcast. If you're interested in my books, The Strategist Guide to Seduction and Quotes to Live By, they're available on Amazon. In addition, you can follow me on Patreon at the Helios blog for exclusive content. On with the show. Number 1. If it's meant to be, it will just happen. This is such a crock of shit, I'm amazed it even works. There is no such thing as determinism. Therefore, nothing is meant to be. What that means is that nothing is going to magically appear to solve your girl problems or frankly, any of your other problems. If you want to make something happen, you have to make it happen. The problem is that you can't just make it happen instantly. Anything that you want to do in life takes struggle, dedication, and very often pain. There is no one girl out there that's going to solve all your girl problems, and there's no magical job out there that's going to solve your drone problems. If you don't make a life for yourself that solves these problems, no one will for you. This garbage determinism belief leads many men down the road of serial monogamy. Here's a classic belief of men who've just broken up. That last girl was a bitch, I'll do better next time. What they don't realize is that the fundamental problem wasn't the girl, but the nature of the relationship with the girl. She was a bitch because you were monogamous. Let me say this another way. She was a bitch because you were a bitch. The same applies to any jobs you may have had. The boss was an ass to you because they could. They could because you let them. You chose a job where you assume the position of a replaceable drone, and then you're surprised when you're treated like one. You have to create a good life for yourself. Don't expect good things to fall into your lap by luck. That's an idiotic notion. Number 2, you're special. This one is going to be tough to hear. Luckily for you, Daddy's here to say it. You're not special. Neither you nor anyone else is special. If you look at history, the people that we laud as superhuman are really just people that were lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time with the right training. Does that sound like a divine person to you? No, of course not. Let this be a motivator for you. You are just as able to be special as they. All you need to do is this one little thing. You want to know what it is? It's something nobody wants to do. Do you still want to hear it? You have to work. You have to create the reality you want for yourself. Otherwise, you're just another NPC born into a world of NPCs. You're not special. No one is coming to save you. No magical thing will break your chains. You have to break them. You have to structure your reality in such a way as to be free of the chains society puts on you. If you do as everyone else does, you will never be free. And that is because you're not special. The thing that distinguishes the strong from the weak in this world is work ethic and discipline. Do you have what it takes to struggle, grind, and bleed for what you want? If you don't, you are and will always be nothing. Number 3, put women on a pedestal. This is another ridiculous lie that men are taught from a young age. Men are taught to worship women as though they're gods. It's really funny. The truth is that the world's earliest religions were fertility religions. People have been worshipping women for as long as there have been people. I find it hilarious and somewhat comforting. It's a lie, though. To believe that women are somehow divine because they aren't born men is utterly ridiculous. Women are human, just as men are. They're flawed, completely mundane creatures. Our poetic minds elevate women when they sleep with us well, but that doesn't make their divinity a reality. Putting women on a pedestal is one of the worst things you could do for your long-term happiness and financial stability. Humans do not deserve to be venerated as divine beings, man or woman. Do not ever treat a human as above you. She is a flawed human, just like you. She doesn't deserve it. Also, if you treat a woman as better than you, she'll never sleep with you. That's hypergamy. Mark my words. If you ever see a woman as a perfect little angel, you're in for a bad time. Number 4, the world cares about you. This is an extremely sad truth, and one that makes people very upset. We are taught from a young age that the world cares about us. The truth is this: the world doesn't give a shit about you individually. You are a pawn in a large game. You are to be used, abused, and discarded by the system. That is your role in life. Sound fun? That's your life if you live according to society's cultural rules. People around you will shower you with praise, and you'll be promptly drained like some common fruit. When you're a shell of your former self, who's given everything he has to a company, a cause, or a marriage, what happens? You're thrown away, a useless, drained husk. The essence of masculinity that you had, that was needed by the system, is no longer present, and so you're useless. And once you're useless to them, you're no better than garbage, so of course they throw you away. Obviously, you should break free of this system. Ultimately, only you can care for you properly. Men are seen as disposable pawns in our society, follow a different set of rules, or be drained and discarded. The choice is yours. Number 5, everyone is equal. Are you equal to someone born in the royal family of England? How about the son of a rich billionaire? People are not born equal. That's a fact. A sad and true fact. Most people are born as nothing, mere pawns. Some people are born as less than nothing. It's sad they never had a chance. If you're like me, the son of nothing, then you have nothing. From the day you were born, if you were like me, your fate was predestined. Work some shit drone job, have a family, have kids, pay child support and divorce, and die. Some people like me, a son of nothing, were born with something else. We were born with a brain. Not just any brain, a brain capable of deduction, of true reasoning. Even though I am a son of nothing, I've made something of myself, something outside of this garbage that we call our system. I will not work a drone job. Neither should you. You, if you're like me, are made of better stuff than that. I will not be churned in the meat grinder of history. I refuse, and you should too. Join me in the quest of becoming a chain breaker. We will live as we like, free from the unfairness that plagues the world we didn't choose to be born into. Conclusion. People are fed pretty lies growing up. Here's a list of the lies once again. If it's meant to be, it will just happen. You're special. Put women on a pedestal. The world cares about you. Everyone is equal. These lies, while making you feel good, are not reality. They in fact pull you into slavery. The irony is that the people who tell you these lies often have the best of intentions. Our parents or other loved ones tell us these things. As the saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. If we listen, we're doomed to repeat the patterns of the past. If we listen, we're enslaved, trapped in a mental prison from which there is no escape. Break free.